जय गुरुजी। गुरुजी के चरणों में सादर प्रणाम। With Guruji Maharaj's immense grace and blessings, we are reading his blessed Granth, the Light of Divinity. And the satsang that we will be reading today is documented in this Granth under the title Wiping Away a Mother's Tears, Saving a Man's Job. Year 1998 changed everything for the Lal family. Their eldest son died in an accident in the Delhi cantonment area. Mr. Kanwar Lal's wife could not bear the blow and fell victim to a heavy depression. Then a friend of Kanwar's, Prem Singh, a former Indian ambassador to Singapore, happened to meet him. Prem naturally inquired about the family and was told of what had happened. Unknown to Kanwar, Prem Singh was a devotee of Guruji and he directed his friend towards Guruji. Kanwar went one morning to Guruji's place at Empire State. He showed the ambassador's visiting card and requested entry. He was told by a devotee at the entrance, Sudama, that this was not the time to visit Guruji. Kanwar persisted in trying to show the ambassador's visiting card to Guruji. Sudama was not impressed. He told the distressed father that many ambassadors came to Guruji's darbar, which was held only in the evening, and Kanwar should come then. Kanwar returned and spoke to his friend, who advised him to retrace his steps. In the evening, Kanwar found his friend waiting for him at the Empire State Gate, and together they went in. Guruji granted Kanwar Lal an audience, and the father was able to report his troubles to the Sadguru. Guruji blessed a copper tumbler that Kanwar's wife had to drink water from to get rid of her prolonged depression. The remedy, simple as it always seems, proved vastly effective. Within 15 days, the bereaved mother had turned the corner. She stopped crying, her low blood pressure normalized, and she felt better. It was May of 2000, and the family started coming to Guruji. The family took a short break and went to Manali. When Kanwar returned to Delhi, he found that he had been reassigned jobs. He was going to be relieved from his custom duties at IGI Airport and had to join duty at Custom House in New Delhi on July 15th. But when he went to Guruji's, the Sadguru suggested another break. The date was June 24, when the master advised Kanwar and family to go for a week's holiday. Kanwar's faith in Guruji was not yet steady, so he admits today. Disregarding Guruji's advice, Kanwar attended his office. Unfortunately, during that week, on June 4th, a departmental inquiry was initiated against 48 custom officers. Kanwar was named as one of them. Had Kanwar obeyed Guruji, he wouldn't have been named. Kanwar again brought his problem before Guruji. The omniscient master dismissed his worries and instead pointed to another area of concern, his daughter's marriage. Kanwar wasn't relieved, but events showed that his worry was baseless. Out of the 48 officers named, 33 were proceeded against. Kanwar and others whose name came below him in the departmental list were not named. Later, when prosecution proceedings were initiated against the 33 officers, Kanwar was not even touched. Guruji turns middleman for a marriage. On Guruji's advice, Kanwar had taken his first step in an old Indian marriage game, the hunt for a suitable boy. An Indian oil engineer seemed a likely candidate, and following Indian customs, came with his parents to see the girl. Before the all important visit, Guruji called up Kanwar and specifically asked him to offer the young man's father white rasgullas, an Indian sweet. The candidate's parents were presented a lavish spread. Then, one by one, first Kanwar himself, then his wife, and then his son offered the boy's father the rasgullas. Each time, and for the reasons best known to the Sadguru, the candidate's father declined. Kanwar's family had by now known enough of Guruji's ways to suspect that something was amiss. When they went in the evening for his darshan at Empire State, Guruji made a pithy comment: "Even beautiful roses have thorns." The family understood it to mean that the boy was not suitable for their girl. Moreover, the boy's family also dropped the matter. Sometime later, another likely candidate was found for the girl, a promising young judicial magistrate in Delhi. He came to see the girl and liked her, phoning up Kanwar as he was returning from the visit to make his affirmation known. He also asked the girl's father to get his parents' approval. Dalal went to the boy's parents at their native home, but nothing came of the visit till one day Guruji phoned up Kanwar. Out of the blue, he asked his devotee where good chaat, tempting spicy Indian appetizer, could be had. Kanwar replied that to his knowledge, a cornered shop near the UPSC building at Shah Jahan Road served very good quality. Guruji asked him to be there at 6:30 p.m. At 6:30 p.m., Guruji arrived with a few devotees. Chaat was brought, and Guruji gave a plate to Kanwar, congratulating him on his daughter's wedding getting fixed. Then the devotees facilitated him. Kanwar was left wondering what was happening, for only he knew that there had been silence from the judicial magistrate's side, that too for nearly 2 months. Soon, however, the good news came. As usual, the Guru's words had proved prophetic. Guruji's majestical grace for son in law. Kanwar's son in law had given his departmental exams and cleared every paper but one, which was quite irregular. His father-in-law brought the matter before Guruji. The Sadguru remarked that the boy should have cleared the exam and that he would. Kanwar felt Guruji was hinting that someone had tried to thwart his son-in-law's professional advancement. Soon a full bench of High Court sat for the judicial review of the examination procedure of the candidate. Looking at his performance and his peace comments as noted in the annual confidential report, the bench ruled in his favor and judged he had passed the exam. Son had scratchless accident. Kanwar's son Rohit was not getting hostel accommodation in the APJ Engineering College on the Sona Palwal road that winds out of Gurgaon. His son's death due to the accident is in the back of his mind. Kanwar was worried about sending his son 65 kilometers away to the engineering institute. But Guruji reassured him. As fate would have had it, one day the qualis in which his son commuted to his college hit a truck on the Sona road. The driver lost an eye and all the other students were injured. Rohit, as Guruji would have it, had nary a scratch. When Kanwar came to Guruji in the evening, the Sadguru simply said, "I saved your son." Guruji's benign grace continued to reign on Rohit. He was unable to enter the third year of his engineering course because he had not been able to clear a paper in the first semester of the first year. When Guruji came to know of that, he just said that Rohit would get into the third year. Then, as divine providence would have it, APJ changed its rule. Now students were allowed to go into the third year if they had passed at least 18 out of the 20 exams that they had sat for during the course of their engineering studies. Rohit thus could go into the third year of his course. That this was Guruji's divine will in operation was proved when a year later the institute reverted to its rule. Clearly, school rules had to bow to Sadguru's will. Healing without an operation. Kanwar's mother-in-law was slated to have an operation at Sir Gangaram Hospital on her right knee. which pained her a lot. But Guruji expressively forbade the operation, going to the extent of telling Kanwar to not even take his mother in law near the hospital. As per the Sadguru's direction, the copper tumbler water remedy was again given. The simple yet potent cure worked wonders yet again. The knee stopped paining in a month and regained the flexibility. Shukrana Guruji, Jai Guruji. This is Satsang as narrated of Kanwar Lal. While reading the Satsang, I must have made a lot of mistakes. With folded hands, I seek forgiveness from Guruji Maharaj and all of you for all the same. Thank you. Shukrana Guruji.